to form, and today is not just about a win. We've talked about it already. It is about avoiding the lower bracket and setting up a real run at playoffs to make it all the way to Masters Toronto. So let's send this back to the stage and welcome the players from Navi and Team Vitality. The season is far from over for these two teams. It is going to be about who is going to look more convincing at playoffs and who's going to have a better chance at playoffs as well. Let's take a look at the map vetoes here, and Vitality taking away Pearl, not really a surprise. Billy, talk me through, again, no surprises so far.
Yeah, absolutely no surprises so far, but looking at this icebox being picked by Navi is interesting, and Navi actually deciding that we're going to go to Ascent. I mean, okay, this is two maps that we've not seen Navi play so far this split.
I'm really upset they didn't pick the Ascent. This is the biggest bone that I want to pick with this Navi team, because Navi have always been good at Ascent. It's been their home ground. They pick up a player who I assume Flyer, Koala, you know he's going to be good on Ascent.
He's going to be crazy good on Ascent.
Yeah, like that's like a no-brainer for him. So the fact that they've avoided this for so long really annoys me. But let's talk about that Haven real quick, because if they do what we think they're going to do, we're going to get that ISO Yoru comp. Do you like it, Flyer? I mean, you guys had an ISO player. You decided to take him off the ISO for some reason today.
I mean, I've never been a big fan. I've liked Haven my entire career, but this last year I've hated Haven. I just hate the comp. I feel like it's very like out-aim the other opponent instead of like out-game them. So I don't have a lot of experience with it, but I think it's just pure meta. Like, you can't play against it really. So.
Are you talking about the Vitality Haven
Yes.
comp here? Yeah, no, I think the Vitality Haven comp, I think, as I said, we saw Derka get shut down a lot when they played that against Fnatic, and it's not looked great for them. And I think that that has to be because they said that they could joint that comp and make it look better, and I think that they felt the pressure off of that, and they just not getting away with things they need to.
I want Navi to run that comp. I don't like whatever the hell they were doing before Billy. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, the Haven comp, I just think it's so interesting that we have Angel playing the Vise on that Haven. Like, I don't know what the decision behind that is. However, I do love to see Xiao back on that Sova.
Yeah, and it looks like Vitality have just decided they don't want to play that comp at all anymore, and Derka is going to play the Neon. Again, this is one of the... Derka never plays Neon. This is super, super, super new for him.
Yeah, this is why I asked, is this something that they're going to be keeping with? Are they moving him away from that Yoru? Has it become too predictable? And it looks as though they're trying to answer that question at least. And then the rest of the roles, I mean, I hate to bring up the word comfort, but these do look like comfort roles for the rest of Vitality, which I'm happy to see.
I know you don't like Haven here, so Fly, I'm going to ask you, who's getting diffed in this Koala versus Derka head-to-head?
I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, honestly, I feel like the comp with Derka as your duelist, all these stuns, rockets, everything is going to help him out a lot. He's a great entry. I think I'm going to have to take Derka on this map, but I feel like the interaction with Derka and the Vise is going to be difficult just because, you know, Yoru versus Vise is way better, you know, bait the wall. They're going to have to work around these characters a lot harder.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think, as we said, Angel on the Vise is something that they were suffering from last time that they played Haven. And yeah, I mean, looking at the rest of Navi's comp, I mean, it's tried and tested. We've seen it. Yes, it didn't work out for them so far. I think it's Vitalities that we need to hone in on, right? The amount of aggressiveness that they have behind that breach, behind that Tejo, the amount of A lobby control that they're going to be able to take starting on that attack. And it's just, yeah, it's going to be really nice to see the sort of switch in utility between these teams.
Yeah, and I really didn't expect this. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think that they were gonna be the ones to drastically change anything. I thought Navi, surely, after what happened against Team Heretics, it would be them that changed things. But I think this makes it very interesting too, because it also takes away Flyer the prep, right? Navi cannot prep for something like this.
Yeah, 100%. I think that Navi is a big prep team as well. Like macro, they love the macro, thinking about the game outside of just shooting. So I think taking away their prep is going to be big for them.
And have you scrimmed against either of these teams? I know not on Haven, but in general, do you have any scrim bugs on who's better?
I mean, for some reason, we always have better results versus Vitality.
Oh!
And Navi, I think they have, it's pretty even. I think Navi's been getting the better hand against us, though.
Well, very, very interesting. Thank you so much, Flyer, for joining us. If there's one thing we know about the next cast, is that no shenanigans will go unnoticed and no ego will go unpopped. Pansy and Hypark are your casters for this game today. And yes, they're probably already judging you, because you deserve it. Take it away, guys.
Well, we wanted to kind of start, I guess, on the composition.
Yeah.
Change and not change as well, because as much as, yes, Vitality and Occasion did look good initially with that composition, it felt like it had run its course.
Good, yes, but still a little underwhelming.
Yes,
is
I
the best
agree.
word for it. So yeah, massive positive to see this. It's a lot more front heavy, and actually a really good contrast of two styles of play here. Almost one leaning heavily into Navi's sit back, receive information, and not a lot of opportunities for them to really go out and contest this. And actually early on, Vitality, a ton of opportunities here.
There certainly is, right? It's in the unknown, and I'd love to see what Vitality looks like when they have their chance to be a little bit more, I guess, creative in the compositions, kind of come in and see what they can really do here. It's been something we've been question marking throughout this. Is that form they've been running with, how they're looking as this series hopefully starts up, because I feel like we're a bit delayed getting to game, but we'll see.
Music's still going, still looking at crowd shots.
Not seeing the timer move though, Michael. Not
No.
seeing the timer move. I'm getting worried, I'm nervous once again. Anxiety is an all-time high. God, it's all fine. I don't believe it. But yeah, kind of, I guess then flipping the script, if we looked a little bit at Vitality's comp and the changes that have happened there, and we can go deeper into that at some point, we do have to look at Navi's, and I think something that Minnie was discussing, a lot of us were kind of looking at, is that double sentinel still in play? Does that then deny the, I guess, want to be more proactive?
Yeah, this is the thing. It leans into some of the things that have become concerning about Navi this season, which is just getting out of that old headspace, the old kind of
turtle in,
mantra that this team has just famed over the last few years, and it's about time. I think that actually there needs to be some sort of, I don't want to say overhaul, but change in approach, because certainly this stage, we've come away from it looking, again, I hate to reuse the word, but underwhelmed with Navi also.
We are waiting for big things from both of these. Vitality, some glimpses. Navi, similar sort of thing, but both tied up at 2-2 in the group. So there can only be one to lead out with the advantage. We dive into this with the UI really telling us what's happening with Vitality on the attack, and of course then Navi on the defense.
Slow approach here, Vitality. Trying to take a little bit of space towards sewers, but just tuck a player in, actually. See, safe here. Playing off of drones with Shao. See, I think Hero spotted here. Jump peek. Should be the green light for Vitality to actually try and find some pressure here.
Yeah, we do have to keep a bit of a track towards Durka on the Neon. Maybe obviously not the highest of highs when we look at his form. No slouch, really, but still.
I mean, even still 60% Durka.
Yes, which is pretty solid. Navi doing well initially, though, fighting from the back of the site here and finding some isolated duels. Durka's still alive, though. Down to 40, with only a couple of bullets to play with, and they do run dry, leaving just one alive. That is safe, noted earlier on. And this will be a formality. Navi prepared, ready, and got themselves the first.
Again, it's really the drone from Shao that kind of forces out initially an answer for Vitality, but Pro stands the test here, at least in the pistol round. Navi able to get bodies across to defend this early enough. With Ruxic and Koala Again, good early protocols here from Navi. And like I said, this composition doesn't really enable them to go out hunting, so really look towards Shao and Hero to be the ones that are, I guess, relaying the information, the crucial information.
Yeah.
For Navi to make moves.
And something else I do want to kind of hark back to, which I guess if we're talking about the likes of Durka, you can kind of do the same for Hero. A bit of a specialist on this C-site, on this map. It was something that suited him very well. Even in the previous teams, he looked very solid at it, one of his better moments. Less with an early identification on the ball. decent enough info to maybe drag forward here. Again, gonna force the hand a little in the future for Vitality, who are still taking the tour.
Waiting for somebody to swing out long here, but I expect Navi to be doing that. Xiao obviously tucked a little further back with the rifle, so second layer of defense here on A site going to be pretty difficult Vitality to overcome, but sightlines cut. Oh, less lucky to survive there. Actually on the second shot, Angel will shut him down. Actually does find Seavoff as well.
Look, one of the last performances, Angel was one of the highlight players. It was surprising at times, but mechanically he looks pretty solid. This was never going to be the one to write home about for Vitality. It was only classics, but for Navi, a solid in-zone flawless to keep themselves moving forward. 2-0 now, a very good beginning.
That's what you're right, looking towards this round now for Vitality. Necessarily got a taste of how Vitality want to embrace this new composition. Said plenty of options here. The early engagements, you got to say, leans towards Vitality, but it's whether or not we see any sort of commitment from Navi. Happy to sit back and almost sponge a lot of this pressure. The double sentinel composition. Straight into sewers.
Yeah, and it looked like everyone turned, I assume, for the dart that came through to try and break it, the Xiao sent in. And they caught Kicks just completely unawares, glancing into the sky.
Huge win in the buy round.
That's massive. Love that little idea, potentially. While Noob does give away his presence, but still going to be a hindrance, but is going to be forced off.
The judge noted as well, so I don't expect anybody to be entertaining Garage side of Vitality. Less going through the protocols once again in mid. Draw out a smoke as well from Ruxic. Vitality collapsing once again into this formation outside A. But the smoke going to keep Xiao here.
Dirk has already gone pretty deep at this. Does he carry on? Okay, Paranoia drawn out. They've done well, right? This is kind of it. They've got the utility where they want it to be, but Navi not feeling any pressure. We're down to 35. They do need to make a move, and somewhat soonish. C feels completely unavailable. They're going to know the Cypher setup's still there. They've cleared a lot of the Vice util, but Angel's fallen near on for free, just spamming through the smoke, hoping for the best. It's opened up the potential of a plant towards B. You can see what Dirk is maybe intending to do. At least patrolling that smoke for now. As a glance back towards the C connector.
Koala looking for an upgrade, but less patrolling the backlines here. Shut that down. Durka deals with the dart, but Hero is going to find the wallbang on him, sorry.
Xiao, those darts have been lovely for him. A lot of reward off this, actually. They clear the close corner. The smokes are going to be coming in the one way now, kind of negated almost, with a double smoke on top, and Navi clearing house down to, depending on the Teo. The Salvo, who's going to find both. So strong in the post plant, and surely it's there for save. Very controlled for the Red Bull clutch, giving Vitality their way in.
Right down to the wire. But does come out with a Red Bull clutch. And the groans from the crowd echo.
Lights out and away we go.
Yeah.
Ah, we have
we have a chant
singers.
now.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
That's
Nice
what it's
work,
been
crowd.
missing.
Appreciate you guys.
That's
You're
what's
here
been
with us.
missing.
Yeah, look, we don't have cheers for teams, you know, apart from the URE, but we have a Let's Go Tech Pause, and that is why I like EMEA. No one else can pull that off. So, well, what's the issue? What's the issue?
Oh no, it's
Oh,
still investigating. Yeah,
well, that's not a
investigating.
good look.
No. Not initially.
No. I can't even get the blame on this one. You know what I mean? Like, initially it was like, ha ha ha, funny joke, Panpoc, Tech Pause, woo. But now, it's not even me.
Obviously, as soon as we do, as per usual,
Yeah.
find half a life saying, yeah, when we get an update, we'll let you know. Just need to get that. Need to get that on the soundboard.
Yeah, just play it. Just play it. Yeah. So how's the day been?
Yeah, pretty good actually.
Yeah?
Good first series.
Oh, got any signs?
What we got?
Marry me, wait. Oh,
Oh, camera
wait,
test.
wait.
Wait. From plant the spike to marry me.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. E-dating simulator.
Yeah, play.
Never getting away from the allegations. Just a Kicks fan.
Yeah,
Kicks fan in the audience.
Yeah.
Love it. Love to see it. So far,
Respectable.
0-3. We're going to have to hope that helps him out. All right, he needs, you know, we'll get there. Look.
We didn't even,
Say it how you see it.
didn't even have the scoreboard up on screen.
No, but I can see it.
Yeah, I know.
Playing along at home.
Are those the only 2 signs in the audience? Surely not.
No, there's more.
There's more.
Cameraman, please. Send us assistance.
No, we don't want to look at the players.
No,
Come on,
what? You got Angel looking miserable. Give
for a
us.
change. Yeah,
Right.
same.
Here we go.
Right,
I need a hero. That's nice.
That's
I like
pretty
that
good,
one.
Olá, Brazil.
Nice.
Bem-vindo.
Oh, you're going to
Yeah.
run us a little bit of that?
Obrigado.
Obrigado. Very nice. Very nice. Very good creativity. Look at that. Anything else? Anything else we've got here? Wait. Got dancing already.
Oh, wait, what? I can't even see that. The lighting's
on.
awful. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's solid. Let's go.
Play on words. I see what he's done.
That's smart.
Yeah.
You after my job?
Durka go. Yeah, standard.
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
Again, the lighting.
They always
Pew-
worry about the lighting.
Pew pew.
Vitality. Vamos.
No, yeah, but what does it say? Pew pew on vitality.
I don't know. No, surely not.
That's highly
Surely not.
appropriate, actually.
Security. But thank you for the updated entertainment audience. You are now stuck with us. You are in jail tech pause with us, so we appreciate it. But beyond that, I'm gonna start looking at chat. Yeah, I've got
Already, yeah. well,
Ace, look,
we've
mate.
delved very
We've
quickly.
got 3 rounds. What should we say? Yeah, it was a bit of a rubbish, you know, first buy, even though they won it. What?
Yeah.
1 gun? Come on now.
gun.
What's that about?
Safe on the clutch.
Yeah. Teo in a post plant. Oh, thriller. Chat, help me out here. Here we go. Panty needs to change her contract terms. Make it. Yeah, if there's tech pause, financial benefits for both of
Oh,
us.
just for you, apparently.
Well, look,
Wow.
look, I'm here for you as well.
I'll see myself out then.
No,
This is
please
all
don't.
you.
Please,
This is all you.
Please don't. Yeah. Hello, chat. Well, don't just say hi. Give me something. What should we ask chat? Don't
You
look.
put me on the spot like that.
Bro, you just froze.
Yeah, I did.
Uh,
What would you ask, chat?
Oh, you can't. No, that's not it. That's not it. iPads. Brilliant. Thanks, guys. You're not helping today. They're tired. They're out of content. Think how we feel.
Yeah.
Have you tried Oblivion Remastered? Not yet. I'm waiting till I go home. Proper PC. You know, really embrace it. And I hope it's just as janky as I remember. Why do I do a tech pause? Right, brilliant. Pansy, tell Hypoc he cannot say that pew pew comment on stream. You've been told.
I was reading the sign.
Well, I've heard
Cameraman's-
things about
cameraman's-
Sliggy's mods. They're pretty rough.
Cameraman set me up, actually, for failure.
That's true. What's our favourite shade of red? Very funny, guys. Love that. Anything else we've got going on? It's sleepy time. Yeah, they're a little tired. Oh, would you take on 10 Sliggy-sized minis or 10 mini-sized Sliggies?
Just asked the same question twice.
Did I? Well, they wrote it wrong.
The question should be, would you take on 10 mini-sized Sliggies or 1
Did I not?
Sliggy-sized mini?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, otherwise that's just...
Yeah,
Yeah. Come on, chat.
10 mini-sized Sliggies. easily.
Okay, top 4 of Toronto. Who are you rating there? That's actually a big question. I know.
Wow.
Yeah, someone's actually paying
Wow.
attention. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
G2.
G2. I'm with you on the G2.
I'd
100%.
go Outlier.
You going for a little bit of a fun one? No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You're saying Fnatic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Top 4.
Yeah.
You're sending a top 4.
Yeah.
You've gone G2 Fnatic.
Yeah. Wow. We've
Got a replay. It's a replay. It's a replay. No excitement to be found here. Don't worry. Oh, there's the dart. Like that, actually. Thank you. EVS. Doing the hard work. So, okay, we can talk through this.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, okay. I thought Angel was actually
Just-
spamming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just ahead of the blue.
Yeah, so Fnatic G2.
Yeah.
Edgar? Well, not sold. Not sold on Edgar. Wow.
No, I think it's. I mean, obviously, until we see playoffs, it's
hard to
very
tell.
hard to call. But oh, I just heard the word unpausing.
Yeah, we're being let out of jail, so you don't have to commit to too much.
We're actually. Oh my God, the stage has changed. Look at that.
Oh. Hey! We're back in. For now. It'll happen again, so if you do have any questions, get them ready. I have no hope. However, we do have round 4 coming in. So, as much as, yes, that was the bonus in round 3, and of course Vitality on their first buy did convert, they were only down to that one rifle at the end in the hands of Safe. So the economy's certainly not going to be booming from this point onwards.
No, but at least rifles in hand here. So on the flip side, again, Navi just no interest in contesting this early space whatsoever, which is the right decision on paper.
Drone going out.
Vitality are actually going to struggle on the back of that, to be honest with you. It's obviously progressing here. Kind of want to deal with some of this utility early on in the rounds for Vitality.
Yeah, you see it, well, it was towards mid before with the wall, now towards garage. It's a thankless job, but it's pretty imperative.
Yeah, intention to draw a reshuffle from Navi. And nothing too telling just yet. Once again, Vitality set up outside A. The Angel and Shao to hold down the 4. Liking something initially.
It's pretty nasty. Uh-oh. Yeah. There's a little bit of a trap sprung on this, and I like the way they're kind of dividing the timings, forcing them late into the rounds. We're at 25 seconds. And now Shao's got the angle. Oh, he's controlled it as well. Yeah, this is really nice from Navi. Lovely layering, but Dirk is still delivering. Gets him 2 and opens up the chance. 14 seconds, the plant's going down, but it is a 2v2.
Spike planted.
And Hero here, still an opportunity. Smoke going to close off CT for the time being. Qualanoob can be rewarded here from heaven. Unlikely to see a peek from either Dirk or Sevov, but
not complimentary.
I was going to say, whether or not Dirk was actually sticking out from hell here. Flash is going to be an awkward angle. Sevov finds the Hero.
You're kind of thinking that might be Raps, that's stunning! And they know where Sevov was as well. Qualanoob, this could be everything! It's fantastic from Qualanoob! Beautiful work from him. And the defuse in place. Navi not only stalling out that hit just perfectly, but then also with the clutch on top.
Yeah, the timing's really awkward here for Les, because Sevov, you see on the X-ray, he's basically primed for this paranoia to be sent on site. TP actually from Rucksack set up this crossfire. Durka does well to respond, but then the damage is already done.
One enemy.
It's so difficult here for Sevov. Like you said, tucked into the corner. Maybe the early TP would have been
Cover going out.
a little safer for him. Navi find their response here.
And again, that Outlaw is just coming into its own here. Love the usage. Punishing all those light shields. I don't think you would have won that fight in many other ways. And now Vitality suffering because of it. Look at the state they're in. Down to classics. Not much. This is going to be a long old game. And Navi probably feeling quite good about this so far.
Well, definitely. And not getting eaten up in this util early on in the rounds is really paying off for them. Forcing Vitality to dig pretty deep, actually, to even find an opening engagement.
This positioning again, the Outlaws here.
Closed.
Just gives it up as they walk out, yeah.
The camera's
The camera, yeah.
No, there's still a bullet to play with here. Stun's going to come in. You can see the pressure. And actually, Dirk are going for the ult now. They haven't cleared the Cypher utility. This is not ideal. Yeah, punished on this. Dirk still trying to fight their way forward, but Qualanoob just taking backside here. Trying to wait it out. Gets mowed down by
30
Dirk.
seconds left.
They don't have comfort towards that C-long side. And maybe wait out for that ult to stall. Plant's coming in.
Chance here for Dirk to convert even further. Still a 3v3 here. Less tagged up. Sevov down to 26 as well.
Still got the dart on Shao. I'm looking for that one. Paranoia's been burned, but the fight begins. Oh! Angel gets away with daylight robbery. It's all on Durka. Oh! You You can't say he didn't try! Bloody hell, that man is still a danger in any occasion. But the round, nevertheless, will fall to Navi. 4-1. Vitality need to find an overall answer soon, Mike.
Almost a miracle from Durka there. Finds the 4.
Got the time.
It does well to obviously find entry here at least as well, Durka. Beautiful shot here, follows up with a classic headshot. It's only really the ping off the dart that makes it awkward for him. Came down to just Shao. Actually, Ultimate starting to build now for Navi. Angel, Koala, and Hero. One off the Hunter's Fury as well.
Similar things with this dart, but it feels like they're working out some of those systems. Some of what Navi were going for, and Koala Noob gets punished off the rip by Durka. And to the good now.
It's a sort of engagement that Vitality are going to be extremely thankful for. An awful lot of input required on their part. A ton of information here on the back of the neural theft. But again, look what they're walking into, Lauren. It's not pretty at the front of Seaside, especially for a Neon.
Camera taken out.
He's been pretty good at handling this, making the right choices, but look at the issue here. There was a bit of a window, and it's been taken by Les. Removes Hero, but it is traded back in. Ult invested, a quick evacuation for 2 of them, but the plant needs to go down anyway. Good reveal on the dart here. Safe now under scrutiny. Can't stand up to the test. Rooksix sweeps back through 3v3. Sivov with the ult not really going to make much of a difference. But Shao only 1 away from his too, so
Awkward.
it is getting uncomfortable here. Pulling some of that util out on the tap. But Durka trying to still stay relevant. Another tap. But Navi want to get proactive. Sivov, lovely denial.
Last player
And
standing.
yeah, this is nice from Vitality, keeping stability under this pressure. And Durka does it from Garage. Good work from Vitality there.
Again, yeah, they either have to remove Sivov or Durka early on. Make sure they can benefit from Vitality retreating back towards these positions on long.
Pitiful.
See, good evacuation from site, as you noted as well. Mitigate
Nice, Darky, you're the goat.
the ultimate coming through. Yeah, well said. I mean, a 4K into a 3K. So closing this one out now. Keeping things in touching distance. Obviously with the damage done in the previous round. Navi actually forced down to pistols here. Can ride this out though. Vitality trying to build toward Kix's ultimate.
Stuck. Love trying to do something on a round like this. You know what I mean? Rather than just playing it out.
Sivov in a position to hang around a little bit, maybe sell something towards Seaside, keep the stack interested at least. A little bit of a red herring here actually, if you're going to be able to get out. Charge down.
Ooh. 32 HP. It's getting low here. The hunt for Sivov is there. Koala Noob's going to get it. Now, get away from that. He does keep his life, actually. He's going to keep a little bit of territory on their side. Like
They've got to take space from CT here. Yeah, there's a rifle on the flank. They should anticipate that. That's the ultimate being popped here. RB feeling semi-confident about this.
Oh, that's so sick from Koala Noob. Oh, this is so nice from Navi. Love this split retake. Kix is screwed. He's dead and buried. Navi getting proactive, having a plan. Lovely split on the retake, making the most of it, and Vitality looked a little unsure at the helm. Didn't know how they wanted to handle that post plant.
Well, as soon as Sivov feels this pressure on long, they need to pick up the pace towards it. Yes, there's still a little paranoia, sure, but even if it's just 2 or 3 members of Navi, you have to almost roll the dice there, take something else on the map, play for a trade. And it's probably why we see this timeout called now. Fairly frustrating round to sit back and watch. I mean, Sivov is desperate to get out of there. But it's this here, the paranoia on the back of Koala's information.
Last player standing.
Just fell like dominoes.
Let's go! Come on, boys!
He looks pumped up today. And again, he's not top of the scoreboard. You've just got Durka sitting towards 10 kills. He's more of that 7-3, sitting mid-table even for Navi. But impact alone from Koala Noob has been fantastic. I actually like the fact that they popped the ults there. It felt like Vitality almost got a little bit too comfortable in that scenario and got caught off by it. So credit to that, but Vitality deciding time to slow things down. And I think some of our bigger worries with Vitality overall was when things do get tough, when people start working them out, Mike.
Yeah, it's the recovery factor, really, that you look towards. And I hate to come back to that same word again, but that's where they felt underwhelming, right? Where they struggled versus Fnatic here, particularly on Haven as well. There wasn't enough kind of pop from the gameplay. It was almost like they just were happy to slow things down, and especially with the composition they were running previously, doesn't really lean into the strengths of it. And here, like I said, you can credit Navi. Definitely not giving away too much in the early round, but you're not really seeing that same kind of determination from Vitality. Like I said, it doesn't feel comfortable to send a Neon into a double Sentinel comp.
No.
Whichever side, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So we go back in, but I like this. With confidence starting to build off the back of a timeout, pull out something a little bit more unique. Maybe a one and done, which might be this walk middle. Les, very cautious in his steps. He's been very diligent in how he's been working, trying to clear that utility through garage, through B. He's been good at this. But Koala Noob shows his presence, but backs away.
Adjustment here of Angel's util as well. Was looking to try and sell something on the back of Durka's presence, but Xiao once again saw us in the pistol.
Drone going out.
Timing of the drone, really crucial.
Cage triggered.
Maybe something on the backside of the smoke, but now 40 seconds left. Vitality again, drifting into the setup, outside A.
Does that flash not finding anything make the move? No, because there's nothing else to really indicate presence. That.
Xiao's timing on his util, by the way, has just been so good already.
30 seconds left.
This time banking on the odds, and Navi already posturing quite deep on
Koala's
the
not stunned.
Excuse.
Oh.
Oh my god, how is he still there? Safe does clear him, and Durka doing what we kind of asked, getting a bit more proactive towards CT. This time there's not even a flank on the way, but still like it. Numbers, solid advantage here, just down to the 3. Very difficult to work back in, even with the chip on towards Safe and maybe Kicks. Lot to clear, but that will start things off well. Ruxic removes Durka, opens up a small avenue of chance, but time will be starting to tick here. Paranoia, the big piece to set this in motion. How much can it get you? Doesn't look like a great deal so far. Sivov now does get taken down. Oh, Ruxic! Outrageous on the way back in. 3 pivotal kills, but we still have that Teo ult in play as well. Les needs to be cleared fast. Teo ult comes in. Navi running low on time, but you can already see the threat to it. Les, the last one standing, still does the damage, and the time is secure. Vitality fine here in the end, but bloody hell, that got close.
Vitality, everybody falls as well. So no real comfort coming out of the round victory either. The investments of ultimates.
30 seconds left.
Grenade is live.
I mean, crucial, to be honest, to win the round. Koala Noob has just a slice of hell to play in there. Luckily, Durka removes that risk. Ruxic looking fantastic on the way back in.
Yeah, more and more deadly, isn't he?
Enemy remaining.
A couple more seconds either way. No Teo ult to bank on. It could have been something totally different, but maybe an answer to their woes here, but a very similar start. Navi, we've seen this before now. Durka last time won this fight as well.
Yeah, but it was Koala previously. Take a shot at Ruxic looking sharp
Down
as
so
per the
good.
previous round.
You can see Koala Noob's confidence has not really been denied.
Close.
Slow and steady ain't gonna win that race. Koala Noob delivers the bullet and Durka falls. They're getting mangled trying to get through A main.
Hero just tucked in, anticipating
Cage triggered.
someone like Les to find something for Vitality. The back of that pressure outside A. Get another situation we're seeing Vitality just kind of swing back and forth. No real tangibles for them to work from. Across this wall at the same time if they do want to commit, but in 30 seconds still. Navi very comfortable to sit back here.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Got that deep line held by Koalanoob, right? You can free up the rotations. You can bring players over. Angel now has help if he needs it. Stall already a bit towards Garage. He doesn't overstep. They've got 15 seconds to make up their minds. It's safe and Sivov. I think time's gone. Yeah, it absolutely has.
10
Navi,
seconds left.
gotta say, looking very solid here. I like what they're doing. But again,
Safe just made a step as well. Yes, I was going to say, Sivov probably going to get spammed out here.
okay, she
Wow.
gets that, but still, bigger picture, Mike. I feel like Vitality look a little bit unsure in this. I feel like they look a bit directionless.
Yeah, like I said, this is a very kind of front-loaded composition from Vitality, and it's a total contrast for Navi. But again, whether or not the arguing on the side, okay, well, where are the set pieces? They're being asked to dig a little deeper to find these opening engagements, but we're certainly not seeing
Deep breath.
that across the board here. Again, Xiao, in terms of the util, has just been able to shut down a lot of this mid-round.
Is this a gear shift? But I actually quite like what Angel's done here with that change up of the wall as well. We've got a deeper line being pushed through by Koalanoob. This is perfect.
Blinding. Retrieving
Flash
flash.
invested. It's, you know, he's going through his own sort of protocol list, but this feels so heavily lent towards the A site, but that wall could be a real nuisance. You look at the buy, Kicks and Less are down on nothing pretty much. Smoke towards long, good information off this. And they don't have much in the way of the rest of the map, and Angel's curiosity could be the death of him, but he's not going alone. This time he's got help, and Ruxic is firing today. 2 removes from Sewer, making this push up from A long feel very awkward.
All missiles away.
Nurkic looking to get a little more active here, but it's a weird exchange. Util Xiao still just able to tuck onto the side of default here.
Oh, swings into it though. But Ruxic's still unmoved here, but Hero wants his time in the sun. Navi looking completely unfazed by Vitality's approach.
See, an awkward purchase here for Vitality, but again, this slow creep just hasn't suited them. So far here on the attacking side, again, you make
Nice hero! That's what I'm talking about, bro!
you make the argument on the flip side that Vitality are going to have similar opportunities on the defense, sure, but I've not seen it so far here. Another kind of, well, yard sale of a purchase here for Vitality. And waiting out for round 12.
Plant the spike.
Not less is
Sick. I don't feel like he's not going to get cleared.
I don't think he's going to get cleared.
Oh my god. He almost
Actually,
had more,
yeah.
but hey, good trade from Sivov, who's it feels like he's the redeeming factor alongside Durka, who's had some big rounds. But Angel still very much present on this side. Don't forget about him. Sivov's removed Hero, but Angel... Oh!
Wow.
How's he gone away with that then? The rest of Navi have made it here, and Safe with just a frenzy and a dream trying to make this happen. They made it close, but close is not enough. Navi again, even in all that chaos, keeping control and keeping the round.
Xiao retrieves the operator as well. We'll see the purchase here for Vitality, but again, just we're staring down the barrel of potentially a 9-3 half here. Rumor has it Angel's still looking for somebody on top side. Like I said, at least he turned around and got the
Sorry,
kill.
still got one.
There's a moment there.
Angel. Bro, where is he?
I love Angel so much, just for those reactions alone. And in rounds like this, again, I love the fact that Navi is still being proactive. It was something that I didn't like before, that they weren't trying to play around it, but I like this. I like those deeper lines being played by Koalanoob every now and then. He's been slow walking down C-Long. We've got Ruxic being proactive towards middle. It allows for more presence to be on this A site a little bit quicker. Heavier stack towards Sewer though, Mike. They've adjusted this hit, and Angel might be dead here.
Yes, I was going to say he's got his ultimate here, so we'll see him playing a little deeper. Durka opens up the site though.
But Xiao's still holding on to the back of this. He's still standing, but finally removed. Traded in on, but took its time.
Cage triggered.
Numbers advantage here, and a retake with the operator not easy, but they had some finances, able to split the wealth. This time Hero from up above. This is ult 2. The preemptive use to stall out the push back in from CT for Koalanoob.
The
Here comes the
2v3
ult.
take on the cards.
Here's the flash.
Closed.
They gotta get pushing. They now know what the positions are. The double swing, almost deadly, but not. And now one left. It's gonna be less waiting, and patience pays this time. Les gonna get them up to 4, avoiding the 9-3, but this is a long road back here. Navi look very good.
Very well composed. Again, reading the composition perfectly and how to adjust. Vitality just not being given a way into some of these rounds.
Last player standing.
Project Ruby is birth control on a mission. When you purchase birth control through Project Ruby, you're giving away.
I just caught a glimpse of the new commentator Pal in the
Yeah.
audience.
What an honor.
Yeah, honestly, blessed.
Yeah, they're judging us silently.
Yeah, we'll get a review afterwards.
He's coming for us.
8-4 though, Navi very much in the lead, but does this composition translate? Obviously,
Well,
this is the question.
The other side of the coin here is actually Navi, how are they going to get the ball rolling here on the attacking side? Like I said, Vitality still the ones that ultimately have the tools at their disposal to take hold of some of these rounds, dictate the, I was going to say the outcome, but actually the tempo.
Yep.
How the Navi kind of adopt their approach here on the attack. A lot of this rides ultimately on Gualanoob, it goes without saying.
I feel like he had a confident first half, which might genuinely help. And you're looking at Ruxic too. He had some real heaters on the other side. Vitality taking no prisoners as they're
I was
beginning.
going to say, yeah, hopefully. There's going to be an extra body or two from Navi coming across. Ruxic down to 11 HP, but able to CP out. And given a second opportunity here.
I mean, Zivov trying to stick around on this. That's, I think he might have made an error on that one. Maybe he had to stick around and try and do something, but try to hold it and loses out.
Kicks takes a tag as well. It's even harder. Les going to hear a couple of steps here.
Spike drop.
Actually drifting down mid towards the camera. That could be a little awkward if this camera's checked. I don't think it has been though.
Doesn't look like it. Les has still got his setup here too. There we are, good info.
Oh.
Lovely work from Les. Oh, just caught on the door frame. Good. Still very nice from him.
Spike
Now
planted.
Kix needs to kind of match this, and he does. Perfect.
Flash on the fault line as well.
This is still very much game on here. Les has got to fight on CT, and Hero could be stunned up. No, evades. Falls back towards side. They're piling up together, but Hero going to find Les. No trade there for Kix. Denied by the cage, and now the options look rough here, Mike.
Angel and Hero able to retreat far enough away. 23 HP now for Kix. Not going to be able to even get the half. And it's Navi to find the pistol in the second half.
And look, we were saying about this comp, that's huge for them to win the pistol, open up the chance to maybe build a couple of rounds, because this could be flawed on this side, right? It does have those genuine weaknesses, but what a start for Ruxic too. Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
definitely. And again, the timing to know that, like I said, it may be an extra body over towards helping Ruxic, but wasn't even necessary. Vitality is just forced to kind of lurk in lobby behind this smoke, wait it out, and Ultimately, the grand reveal favors Ruxic.
Is Koalanoob just the new vibe merchant now? I
All
feel like
missiles away.
he
I mean,
kind
he
of
was, who was it on Fracture? Who were they playing against on Fracture? He promised us a 30 bomb. He didn't deliver.
That's true.
But he was the merchant in that game,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Retrieving flash.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Stack. Here we go. Angel Hero on the Ghost. Everyone else up towards either Vandals, Bulldogs, and such and so on. But this is now scary. Durka. Oh, just get swept though. Nice from Sivo to try and find a trade on this. That's at least a small benefit. And he's found a new corner to rat in.
So Ruxic with a fairly good idea, and fortunately Sivov not skinny enough. Kicks the next one to potentially have a stab at things, but just a tag. Really? Oh. Cosmetic stun.
Damn! I thought it was just breach. Safe, yeah, lovely try on that one. Really made a go of it, but Ruxic's on a heater today too. Navi continuing as they mean to go on. Don't mind it from Vitality. Go for the stack, try and make something happen, but wait, really, no reward here.
Yep, already up to double digits after a convincing first half to carry that momentum forwards here. So really asking for something from Vitality in their first buy round. To maybe quell some of that momentum. Not much wiggle room, to be honest with you. TP forwards from Ruxic here. Oh, it still wins out, safe will fall.
Okay, but Durka, beautiful. But Koalanoob succeeded on the other side of the map with less gone. Surely you're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Let's see it!
The
Stunning!
pre-fire.
Oh, Kix just gets absolutely battered in this, but finally he stopped in his track. Sivov gives away position, but he had to at this point. Had to try and deny Koalanoob running through the map. Plan's gonna come in, 2v2.
Not much in the form of utility here, but Durka slided out. Finds a third.
Still gotta remember who that guy is. But shout, timing, oh, not quite there. Sivov, good turn in the end, joined by Durka, but Durka's just had a round.
He's gonna try and give the orb across to him. Purchase is gonna be awkward here for Vitality. But on the board, regardless here in the second half. And I don't know if that's safe, just being caught off guard slightly. See the TP forward from Ruxic. Bold, to say the least. Ah, the pre-fire is disgusting. The kick stomping through spawn. What? Jesus.
Ults though, hold on. Koalanoob and Ruxic. Towards the top of the board, obviously, for the Navi side. 2 away for Durka, 1 off from Sivov. 2 off from Safe. A long way for Kix to go still.
Deep stun.
Ooh, this looks like a set idea at least. Spotting out Durka. TP taken towards Heaven too. Koalanoob clearing through sight as best he can. Ruxic gonna try and set him in motion with the Paranoia, and Koalanoob's gonna take backside. Feels like it's expected because of Stave's stun, but still Ruxic in the meantime can take away Durka and Kix.
That's sight firmly under Navi's control.
Spike planted.
Vitality barely have a say in this. Tough here for Vitality to work back in with all this utility now. Yeah, Koalanoob finds less. It's fallen apart here, Lauren, for Vitality.
Save,
Last
right?
player
Yeah.
standing.
Well, they're even going to be given the chance.
There's no saving here. Ruxic again carrying on. Love this. Look, where's this Navi
Well,
been?
look at the tempo at Navi at which they're playing.
Yeah. We got the names wrong or something? Because Navi are playing at a pace that I've not seen.
For a long time, and it's not the composition you'd expect here with that contrast.
Oh.
Opportunity to really force the issue,
One enemy remaining.
force Vitality into some pretty awkward decisions. And like I said, unfortunately, just crumbling under the pressure.
Ruxic's been good. There's been a lot of talk about Ruxic, right? Like the potential this guy has, you know, how good he could be, but I don't think I've seen numbers like this from him. 24 to 11, and you look at the value he's been getting. Super, super talented. And obviously Koalanoob, it's not just vibes he's bringing. 15 to 10 for him. He's having an absolute belter as well. And it's not like there's anyone slouching. We've been complimenting Shao for the utility usage he's been setting them up with. Hero being very, very solid on holding that C site, and Angel being Angel.
Being Angel.
You know? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe finish the rest off. But for Vitality, it's this might be too late.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to really say that Vitality have been the ones to struggle to get this comp going. Navi adjusted perfectly in the first half, and here I think they're just probably just toying with the rhythm a little bit, which once again has caught Vitality on the back foot and have barely had a say in some of these rounds.
I'm worried for this Vitality team. The losses that they suffered, you kind of say fair enough, you know, but...
I mean, what do you do? What do you do versus that? Rooksik just like a Cheshire cat, just grinning.
We're all mad down here. It just feels completely topsy-turvy, seeing Navi playing at this sort of pace, this sort of confidence, with the vibe sky high, and Vitality looking kind of like they're flatlining here. This isn't a buy they'd have wanted. Obviously, do have the hero rifle towards safe, but that's it.
Time to jump.
So once again, finding another kill. The 3K for him on the round. Vitality now down to 2. You noted only 1 rifle. A million miles away from this. Going to be given an opportunity before the plant comes through. Safe has to find everything and more.
So how can kicks try and work into the equation, right? The util's going to make it tough. Look at what's in their way. It's this.
Make it interesting.
Good step from safe, but still 3 to find, and time's gone.
Yeah, I mean, coming for the rifle, but
silver linings aren't good enough here, I feel. That's 12, Navi.
Tough for kicks and safe to watch this one pass them by.
Have we had a Vitality? No, we did have a second Vitality timeout. I was losing my mind there a little bit, but...
Yeah, Ruff coming in here, obviously safe. Durka and Seavoff do have their ultimates, but I mean, yeah, that's how Durka's dying. Tough. Navi, stars almost aligning for them in some of these situations. Well, most of these situations. Again, it's not just luck here. Like I said, they are playing the composition perfectly. Nice.
For that one.
You got that trick for me.
They ran me out. If they had something to bring in, right? You look at this round, you look at the ult. Safe with the... Well, there goes one of the ults.
Yeah.
There's the 1 out of 3 gone. Koala Noob controlling and punishing towards A, and a tilting game probably for Durka. No chance to play in the last round here. Not much of a chance either. So where do they go now? Safe does still have his ult. Seavoff still has his, but Navi striding through this.
The problem being is now there's a wide open site, and this is the composition you don't want to ultimately give a post-plant situation to.
Nice.
That's good for the first, but Ruxic on the trade.
And it feels like the trades have been good, the individuals have been good. We've seen the best from Navi in a very absent Vitality. The stars maybe not shining so brightly today for them. Stalled out. Still got that ult for safe here. Okay, making it tricky to evade this. Xiao will find the time though, just to slip away from the ult, come back through, and then layer it up with Angels. Post-plant now, you've got free amounts of time for safe and kicks, just have to sit back and watch.
Once more, to be honest.
This is...
yeah.
It's done for that. It's a beautiful moment for Navi, finally seeing some of the qualities we were waiting for. Excellent performance from Rooksik. High octane play coming out from Koala Noob, but everyone pulling their weight. On the other side, it's not a pretty picture for Vitality, and they better come online for map 2.
I want a new career.
F1 driver, Jedi, musician. Wibbs got Boo. This is my kind of office party.
I want an epic adventure.
Have you heard of the Great Circle?
What?
We got you.
I'm traveling the world?
Hold on to your hat. Who's next?
I want to play with all the League of Legends champions.
Riot benefits. Say less. We got you.
I'm not the ones in the game.
You're in the game now. Get all this and more with PC Game Pass. You know what I'm gonna say. Yeah, we got you.
What a fantastic start there for Navi, taking down Team Vitality on Haven. I am your host, Tonight, back here with Kakuka and Billy. I feel like it's been so long since I've said that sentence. A good start for Navi, a great start for Navi. Kakuka, what was going on?
Especially when we think about it's Vitality and their Haven, they come in, they change this composition, and things are just not working. We see on Navi that with the composition that they have, they stay extremely proactive on the defense, and every small gap that Vitality leaves, that's where they go.
Literally every single time, yeah. It was quite difficult to watch, I think, because you think, okay, they're coming in with a new composition, they clearly have some key things prepped and planned, but wherever they were trying to get aggro on their defense on one area of the map, Navi were just completely abusing that and going aggro in another area, which was nice to see. We got to see Koala Noob pop off.
Yeah, we did. I mean, Durka also did not play badly whatsoever, but it was all about Koala on every single weapon, I think, but in particularly that sniper.
Yeah, before coming into today, that peak rate that we're seeing is 25. Currently, it was the highest of the season. As I said, before coming into today, we know that he is able to find a lot of impact, and it's his weapon of choice if he can. But to me, this map was even more so about how he was finding himself useful. Pushing on every side of the map, if it's not with the operator, with a rifle. When we went onto the attack, that beautiful round that he comboed with Ruxic and his ultimate, both of the ultimates, to find all of that impact. Like, numbers here are not even fair, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, Flyer said it literally before we got into that Durka is going to suffer at the expense of Koala Noob's op. He's going to be able to diff him, and I think Koala Noob himself has said before, you know, like he wants to be known as being the main opper on Duelist in VCT EMEA, and I think he's proving that to us.
I mean, 7 out of 18 rounds there, he picked up a sniper. I'm not good at maths, so I'm hoping one of yous can work that out in terms of that pick rate. And I agree with what you said about the fact that everybody on the side of Team Vitality suffered, but also they were suffering because Ruxic remembered he's Turkish. There's a theme in our league right now that the Turkish players, the second they remember they're Turkish, they are ridiculous. And last time against Team Heretics, he, for lack of a better word, did let his side down a little bit. He definitely wasn't shooting back the way he was today. And my goodness, Billy,
Omen player, by the way.
This is crazy.
That is absolutely disgusting, and it's because every single round we saw him play, he was getting multi-frag after multi-frag. It was never just like one and dip out. Like, he wasn't just playing, oh, I'm on Omen, so I need to play safe. He was playing aggro, and I love to see it.
242 ADR is out
ridiculous.
of this world. Not only that, he went 9-0 on first engagements. As you're saying, maybe the going extra aggressive, remembering that he is Turkish, that he has that aim. And also, one thing that is very important that Flya was mentioning, oh my god, if Navi had preparation coming into and trying to fight against Vitality's Haven, it would have gone out of the window, but they didn't need it. On the defense, you have the double sentinel, so let's say that you have the upper hand, but also every single round that they were being proactive, things were working out. Like Vitality, even though they won 5 rounds, they only got a couple of first engagements. They won like a 3v5 turned into a 1v3, you know, this kind of like weird rounds.
And Xiao's util was so beautiful. It makes you think why he doesn't play Sova on this team more often. But yeah, he had a great map as well. But let's talk about the next one, because this is where things could get funky. Because we just haven't seen Icebox Xanaset at this point.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm a little worried for Navi, especially now that they are going into the playoffs. They're having to show their hand on 2 maps that they've been able to keep hidden for this long, and now they're going to be exposed on it. So I'm intrigued to see, do they run what they've actually been practicing? Or if we do get to Ascent, do they just give us a throwaway comp?
I think Koala could be the perfect Navi player because he has played Omen on Icebox.
That's all they need.
He can do it.
Yeah, exactly. We know that Navi have been very, very famous for trying out different compositions. And as you're saying, if we are to get to that Ascent, we will have a different conversation. But for now, we're looking at a Navi that has just won Haven against Vitality. And remember, people, what it's at stake, that third seed, that having the chance of having 2 lives in playoffs. We know that Navi in the past, when it's about knockout rounds, there's been some history. So right now, I really want them to use this momentum. I do not care about the composition. I just want to see a Navi that shines individually, as we're seeing, not only in terms of frag, but playing as good as we know.
Okay, I care about one thing in the composition, nothing else, but Xiao has to play Sova. If Xiao is not playing Sova here, I will do unspeakable things, which I will talk about at a later date, because Safe on the other side on the Sova didn't look the best.
And it's the same as we could say for Haven. Well, for you, Safe is not going to be... Oh, yes.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was thinking the last time that Navi actually played this map, but that Gecko was there, and this has to be the first Gecko that we see this stage in EMEA, an agent that has been completely forgotten and not used, because why would you? There's so many other good options. It was nerfed to the ground.
Koala is playing Omen. How did I manifest this?
Manifest that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Oh my god.
I think the Gecko here is a big thing, right? Especially when we look at how people have moved away from it. We have so much utility that Tejo has offered since coming into Valorant, and being able to deny those kind of plants, not being able to get that wingman plant down. And I think that Team Vitality, looking at this composition, they have a lot of things that they will be able to utilize to counter that.
I'm going to stand up, and I will be back when we get to Ascent. Can you guys drop me a message, please?
I'm coping because I think Navi are back. Pansy and Hypok, Navi are back.
It's a bold
Back
assessment.
with a bang.
What do we make of this?
No duelist.
I do want to just double check while you're gone, because I do think that Kuala Lumpur did this in, was it M80? I think this might be very
Well, this or play the Omen, you mean?
Yeah.
I was just saying, not the comp, surely. Well, obviously because the Tejo's in there, but yeah, it's fruity.
It's a bit different.
Have they just been? Is this the ace up the sleeve for Navi?
They picked it.
Could be.
They picked it.
It could very well be the ace up the sleeve.
I'm searching. You
Okay, all right. Sorry, I didn't know you were still searching. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's lots of options here. I'll leave it at that. And again, the other thing as well, this obviously throws Vitality back into a position where we're testing old protocols, obviously switching things up a little bit in terms of expectations. The prep's not going to be there.
True.
See, slight adjustment here for Vitality also, but Durka after the... I don't even want to say the rough map one that he had, because it wasn't really, an underperformance in his part, but just unable to really find any sort of success now, unfortunately, once again becomes, well, the punching bag for Navi potentially in this composition.
I wait and watch. I wait and watch. I'll continue my search later. As for now, again, I know that obviously Navi's comp's kind of taken a lot of our attention, but also, obviously Heretics kind of put Durka in a box here. He was struggling to find that level of impact, but again, that was Miniboo having probably one of the better performances anyone's having on this level of map, and then you had Woot and Rienz absolutely funneling that info through. It was a very good game, so it's going to take a lot here, but Navi have taken over the site control, so got him in towards that post plant. Now let's see how the layering looks. Stalled out, but
nearly on the half, but
and now it gets dangerous. Now they've got to put bodies behind this, right? You got to look at this one. Nice for Vitality. Half, I believe, was achieved. But Koala Noob still posting numbers, but they'd have to get on towards the spike, which I don't think they're going to have the time for. No, nice work from Kix there to remove Angel, and Vitality get there first.
So you're going to see those sorts of things happen with this composition from Navi. Happy to sit back. Feel pretty confident about their retake in terms of the utility at their disposal. Some of the things we were crediting, or favouring, I should say, Vitality in the first map, but no, we didn't see it. No investment across the board here for Navi, at least in terms of inventory. A couple of bits of utility, and then a few rifles on the other side of things. 3 actually for Vitality.
Yeah, let's see how they do. Going through the protocol list. Just going to check through this, see how they get on. Yeah, looks like the searching does have a reward, as, yeah, it's not a completely new look here. M80 did run a very similar comp. Obviously, the Teo being thrown in, but what, was it KO before?
Yeah.
So
it rhymes. Let's say.
I hate it. I hate the fact that you knew that I hated it as well. Now, after all of this work towards B, it's a slow little march towards A. Now, there's quite a few players here for Navi. They've gone for a gamble stack. In mid, that is, not A. Now, have you missed A Site Simulator, Mike?
No.
No, same.
No, I actually haven't.
Absolutely same.
With this comp as well, it's like...
planted.
We've got team post-plant. And
yeah. Throw the wall up, guys. They can't see us. Diffuse.
Got him. Well, they're to be forced away, but still fine. Can Navi get under their skin at all here? I don't say I doubt it, but it'd be quite unlikely.
So Durka take a ton of damage, though.
Stuck around a little too long there, but Vitality still have all the weaponry and everything they need, and it's just Hero. And this would be a lot. Not going to be, so Vitality get past stage 2 really here, going back towards A.
Don't look at me like that.
Michael, I hate it. I hate it.
Back over towards the A site. Well, see, I mean, unfortunately, unfortunately, there needs to be a couple of rounds that Navi either find value in mid or contest the back lines a little bit ahead of these A site hits. Whereas Vitality almost take advantage. He's looking on the sidelines, please. Guys, not here again. Not here again.
Oh,
that's the sort of thing.
Now that's a little more exciting. Taking the fight to them, and it was something that we saw Heretics consistently doing, is keeping Durka denied from being able to build up through from pipes or even kind of working over from belt. But
I got the spike.
Now I want to see if Vitality get kicked into gear. I don't want to see that same walk towards A, the dullness of it all, putting me down in the doldrums, but a good start for Navi. This certainly should be a reminder for Vitality. They have to be clear on that protocol list. Shao almost finding a connection there. I think Angel even catching a bit of a pixel. Les does well. Oh, I thought there was a chance just before that paranoia reached him. Now down to just one. Steve-off, this is incredibly hard. 3 players there, not gonna happen. Koala Noob showing some of that diligence on the Omen. And the first question mark puts really towards Vitality here.
He's up there so early as well. Durka just completely blindsided. Actually using the TP through the barrier. That's how he was there. Shao following up perfectly. Yeah, even just talking about it in between rounds. That's the sort of thing that
Let's go, Jenny.
Some sort of early deterrent towards Vitality. Almost haven't got this red carpet to take advantage of towards A site. Not too much initially. Vitality probably keen to return the favour here in the next round. So no operator this time around for Durka. Just saying whether or not Navi actually had anything set up there towards mid. You see very quickly they've peeled away from it. It was actually 3 stacked over towards A now. Fairly committed towards front site as well.
Oh, it's relatively well. I'm looking at how Vitality want to approach now. Okay, yeah, drifting away from this. Good choice from them. Good call. Only Angel here to try and hold this down. A little bit of util support, but not particularly much.
Spike retreat.
Again, on the other side, Sivov just maybe making a little bit of a step here and there, keeping them very present. Knife comes in, that should be the indicator. TP goes in, sees nothing towards Belt, and an actually commitment. That might catch Sivov. It does! What? Where was the expectation of that? Sadly, Angel getting caught drifting, maybe in just no man's land. Didn't have the freedom he thought he did, but the plant's going to be in, so we see Vitality in the post plant. Noob's on the way here. Now, less or sleeping. I thought he was maybe getting ready for a flank. No. I'm a bit surprised by that.
A real head scratcher. Now, actually, Vitality find themselves in a 3v4. Still got plenty of tools here. And Durka's fallen very early on.
I thought this would be way safer in the... Someone? Anyone? Mike, have the headsets been removed? The TP, the flank? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, a very, very bizarre set of circumstances. Doesn't fill you with confidence when that's the first B hit you see.
No, 30 seconds. It really doesn't. And again, this Koala getting away with one.
No. Sorry, it's the less kill.
That's yeah.
More baffling. Again, he's solo here. They know that Koala's found a kill
Bro,
elsewhere.
That kid just was running back and.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, yeah.
Literally running back in spawn with a knife out. Solo. Again, there was no pressure towards site, whether or not, Vitality have no confirmation it's only one member of Navi, but...
Dear. It's the first sign of troubles. Let's call it that. Maybe corrected, maybe fine. But gotta say, as much as there was doubt around this Navi composition, thus far, the confidence getting through all of the problems here, less should be now on red alert. He's been made to look a bit silly in that last one, and you don't want to be kept like that. Baruksik, summoning a little bit of that strength from map 1, denying kicks on the way in.
Navi really well considered here so far on the defense. See, a lesser purchase, yes, but a Guardian and a Bulldog to round things out. Durka actually won away from the Blade Storm here.
Just Sivov this time though, right? You've got less on this side as well. Pressure on the B side. Durka he's not been having a good time here, and Angel gets first contact and wins! What is this beautiful setup from Navi in this
30 seconds left.
very individual step in from Vitality? They look hesitant here, Mike.
I mean, making that the one-man advantage they have, they made it look like it was like a 2 or 3 man.
Yeah.
Winning out on both sides of the map. Safe just forced to wait this one out.
I'm really quite impressed by Navi here. As much as clearly there's issues with Vitality, there's been some faults to be looked at, but
that shouldn't take away anything from the way Navi are playing tonight overall, to be honest.
Absolutely. I'm really enjoying this because I feel like we've been waiting some time to see some good positive steps from Navi, right? Like, you look at this team, so much potential. A lot of fans have been waiting to see it. Who's that? Get back to work, mate. Get back to work. What's this?
Look at the team.
Fair play. Yeah, appreciate you. We like to steal people from the desk.
Pass that to Mitch.
Oh, that's rough. It is a timeout and it is Vitality's. So if you're one...
Yeah, no surprises really.
No.
I think, again, Vitality is not finding many tangibles early on in these rounds that they're able to act upon.
Yeah.
it's Navi ultimately the ones to be in control. Like I said, Vitality almost feels like they can dictate the tempo, but Navi are in control of the pace of this game.
Which is so impressive because we've always characterized Vitality as quite a powerful team if you look at it that way, right? They've got firepower galore. And Dirk has been shut down more often than not in the last couple of critical rounds, right? Once the rifles came in, he's not finding that punch to start with. Sivov caught off guard by the TP, and he's not been able to have much play in his kicks. Not really doing too much here. Oh, that's rough timing. Sorry. He is at least top of the board.
Cameraman just continues to troll. Oh, and Bad Robot is the tagline for that. Okay. I thought that might have been Kick's stat line, but the production just piling it on.
Even the observers are in on it. Cheek a bit. Oh, there's gonna be a Reddit thread about how cool we are. I know it. I can feel it.
We're being cancelled.
Bullies. Well, made it this far. Might as well go out with a bang. Right, show me something. Give me a reason to believe Vitality. Because so far, Navi have been impressing. They have got me back on board. Maybe not completely, but a little more than before. Flash and dash Dirk is in. But it feels like Navi very aware. Look at the presence of players. It is rife with them.
It's forced all the way back out here, so Vitality not really gaining much of this early pressure. Navi reading it as a fake, so scrambled rotation back towards aim. We can see the spike still positioned over here.
Mitchell like that.
Yeah.
He loves a telestrator, does he? Oh, here we go, Ruxic. Look at the trade-off of damage.
Yeah. Down to 10 HP, and again, the fact that it's Durka is quite telling. Which is why you're going to see Angel making his way back across towards B here. Some utility to maybe support Ruxic.
30 seconds left.
Yeah. Stalled out, 25 seconds.
Poison's off.
Know the word I'm thinking of. A fruit, perhaps.
Not quite lemons.
Melons. 10 seconds now. It's getting late. They got to move, and they've got to try and pick a plant, but the paranoia is great, and Navi all too aware. They get the plant down barely, but a 2v4. Oh, Sivov! You got to go nuclear. Not going to happen. Crisis averted. As Navi so in control here. Nothing feels surprising. Vitality hitting a brick wall.
Again, the thing that you can't forget is you can't sit back and look for a late scrambled plant versus this composition.
Nope.
There's just too many tools.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, again, and that's the tip of the spear really in this round, that you want pushing forward onto site, down to 10 HP. You can't even really call it an engagement. Just a shoulder from Ruxic. Qualanoob up to 10 and 4 now. Operator in hand. Looking to go forward once again on A site. Oh yes, he is.
Kind of feel like you got to respect this now. It's been clean with it. Dirk on the other side with the operator, so a little bit of a head-to-head to be had there, but Hero's presence.
But be careful about the steps here. I was going to say, Hero pushed up deep enough in tube that
Angel already starting to lean on over.
Drone is down.
Proactive Navi.
Who'd have thunk it?
And they still haven't forced Qualanoob away. Just sit a little bit deeper around the corner if he has to. He's not feeling threatened. Again, if you're looking at this, flash, dash in towards yellow, similar. We've seen this before. This time tries to play it forward rather than falling back. Angel, where's that off to? Doesn't seem to matter. 6 HP, and once again, actually...
Angel desperate to try and convert that kill onto Dirk down to 6 HP. But he will not fall.
30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
Xiao does have ult as well. Qualanoob waiting for the drop. Oh, it's stunning to catch kicks on the way out. Gonna note another towards long, but still, Dirk's presence is in play. Oh, he gets distracted by the ult, but still, oh, it's still Dirka. You can't deny him. Falls away, but the ult's in place as well. A minute, this is getting dicey for Qualanoob. Has to respect this. Gets out in time. Nice reposition from Durka. Should secure this round.
Try and hold on to the operator. Kuala Noob somehow ends up with less HP than Durka in that exchange. But yeah, just not considered the position on top of yellow there.
Durka will get you one of those.
Yeah, he's able to apply enough pressure. Kind of stop that retake even getting started, Lauren.
Wow. 4-3. And it does feel like Durka will get you one of those once in a while, right? Even down that low, so pivotal to the outcome. This adjustment, just stunning. It's by all rights, you see everything else that's happening here. Prius could never be doing this sort of thing.
Oh, that's a really unfortunate way to die.
Oh, shrug.
Overflowing with charisma.
Sick, boys. Okay, back to what can work. The A-hit. It's a classic.
The age-old.
Plant the spike. Plant the spike.
Guys, I think Durka wants you to plant the spike, perhaps. Shall get seen on this. No. He's going to hear all these steps getting a lot closer. He's got Angel in support, but he's a bit of an island now. Flash through the wall? No. Durka's stepping closer here. Smoke in, gives him something to play with. Very tense, and oh, that ult's going to send him scrambling. But no one really plays it forward until then. Lovely intuition, Shao! Stop it! No planting of the spike, Durka's dreams dashed. And the two probably going to be forced to save.
Yeah, with 40 seconds left on the clock as well. Spike behind enemy lines. Beautiful play from Shao. Again, the utility flooding in behind that Viper wall forces, I believe, kicks into a very, very awkward position. Yeah, the second, almost a gift from the gods for Shao.
Navi look good. They look, no, don't put your headset away. Put your mic down. They look really good.
No. They do.
10 seconds left.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a minute since I've said that. And not in just the, you know, one player's having a really good series sort of way. A lot of people are having a good series, and that's adding insult to injury. Sivov doesn't want to take a step.
Nah, don't move.
Navi, what have you been up to in the last couple of weeks? Because it's working.
Yeah, it definitely is. Looking very promising. Again, on a big question mark in terms of looking at the veto coming into this series.
Yeah.
Icebox Ascent on the home stretch. Is this the ace up the sleeve?
They've been playing us the whole time? Comms looking good here. Thanks for that one, Riv. We'll be back after this break.
Flowing.
And Kuala Noob back to business. They don't have much. Ooh, the knife. Yeah, but still, he's still. Oh! Durka! Just deleted! This has got to be tilting. This has got to be so tilting. He's on a heater.
Yeah, flow state. Finds a second, less will fall as well now. The confidence brimming for Navi and Kuala Noob in particular.
It's nice to see a fight back. There it is. The Kicks fan in the audience, sign in the air. Finally getting a bit of a fight back, but they still have Shao to clear if they want to go this way. And he's been sharp. And on the other side, well, Bruxic. Pretty rough, but a lot of kit still in play for Kicks.
Yeah.
Pretty util for safe.
Plenty of time as well. The ultimate available for Kicks on top of that. I say plenty of time, but I was going to say, still shift walking around here, maybe anticipating a rotation. Navi, rightfully so. It's been a little bit of a lull out the round, and I think now, yeah, the pennies dropped that Vitality have found their way back onto A site.
Playing close on site here, not sitting deep in the post plant. Kicks trying to be played. Oh my god, the timing. They should be able to identify that both are now on site, but trying to take him away from this would take some mistakes, I feel. And Safe didn't want to make him, but Kick's now still alive here.
Down to 53 HP as well.
Rooksik gonna eat that flash, buy some time for the reposition. Kicks. Oh no. Oh no, Rooksik given another opportunity, another bite of the cherry, trying to hunt him down, but time is against him, but he can deny vision. No.
It's going to drop the wall.
Oh, he's got half though. Rooksik has to pull him in for the fight. Another tag, another run.
But
Kicks is doing the dance. He's kept it busy. But is it busy enough? Yes. Just about gets him over the line. Bloody hell, if that knife hadn't come back up.
Composure. Allow the knife to drop the wall, Lauren. Never in question for Kicks. Played to perfection.
Jump scare. Oh.
Yeah, Durka unfortunately just did. Looking up towards Pipes. Caught off guard early on. But yeah, credit to Kicks here, keeping his cool. And then the dance back and forth.
The coach is still not looking pleased though.
Well, as you say, Kicks felt confident.
Yep.
Maybe not so much in the coach booth.
Speaking of confidence, he wants a bit more. He's here in this.
I think I just saw Kuala Noob actually smiling that Durka's here.
Send this in from far. He's followed it up a little bit, so he knows that there's maybe an extra body here now. This is good information.
Kuala Noob wants to be, you can see it. The cog's starting to turn.
There we go. He's stuck here now. He actually could be in a pickle himself. Forced to try and fall away, they've caught him. Vitality felt there was something wrong. Well explored in the end. Hero trying to play his life and not get caught.
Yeah, big info though to see too. Well, actually a follow-up headshot here from Hero. He's done a ton of damage to both Safe and Less here in this exchange. Pit over towards A as
look
well.
Push up, Angel. Oh no, it's an Angel moment, isn't it?
One of those Angel moments.
Yeah, you love that. Oh well.
Wow, it's fizzled very quickly.
It's all right, cut the highlight real quick. Just a nice little highlight. You'll love to see them. Away we go to the races. B-side looking available. Popping the ult just to make sure. They want to take no prisoners on this one. Plant's going to be in.
One kill for Hero though. He's got his ultimate. He gets it early enough here in the retake. Could almost actually cancel out the Viper's bit. I don't think he's going to be given an opportunity though. A spam maybe to be found in the pit. Careful here about the ammo now.
Someone's got to respond. Yeah, the util pour on here is nice. Rooksik looking for an opportunity as well, not being given much. Okay, well there's Hero and there's the lockdown, but time feels like it's already gone. Les should have secured this round. That Viper's pit on top kind of denies much potential. Rooksik still going to find some exits, but a road to recovery for Vitality, Mike. They're slowly building back in.
Yeah, things back to at least level pegging here, 5-5. Really strange round there, snappy from Angel.
That was sick. Love that, love the both perspectives. Well done. Oh, Toki, cut that bit.
Still just showed us the second half there.
Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead.
Some strange noises coming out of the Vitality camp.
Yeah, hopefully Rip can give us an update on the comp situation.
Yeah.
We'll get him out to...
Listening in here, farm animals today.
Seems like a lot of cows in the comms. And happy on the check-in. So Navi pumping the brakes at 5-5.
Kuala Lumpur still top of the board for Navi. Yeah, had a runaway map, or at least start to this map. Sitting at 14-6. And even so, we've seen Durka again, I don't want to say seen Durka struggle because Navi have just been removing him from the equation altogether.
Yeah, and
seemingly scot-free as well. It's not even like it's in a 2v2 engagement. It's like Kuala Lumpur found him, what, 3 times now off rip?
Yeah, and it does feel like a common trend, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we mentioned about Heretics putting Durka basically on ice.
Yep, which it takes a big team to be able to do that, right? And this is why we put Navi with a bit of credit to it. Now, Vitality have fought back in the form of Kicks, it feels like. Stepping up to the plate a bit here, maybe trying to find a way to supplement and support what Dirk has been doing to an extent, but keeping them in some of these rounds. At 5 apiece, still very much game on here. Lockdown for Hero, still in play. The operator still with Kuala Noob. The 3-play stat towards mid.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of pressure on the other side in the previous round, but it was Hero. Now it's Koala Noob to swing, remove less, remove any of this utility to cut sight lines for Vitality. Was going to have to brute force their way in. Do have Safe's ultimate to make that happen. Koala Noob given 2 opportunities there.
He's got info though. For Shao, it should be time to steady the nerves. Prepare what's coming his way. Smoke gonna go in. Do they disrespect it? Forced to slow down, at least for a high flash through. That should force Koala Noob off the angle initially. And in we go. Knife looking to catch on this, and Safe's done well to find Angel. They should know about this. You look at the players now identified, they know that there was 2 around. Hence maybe the investment of the ult. That should be a player dead. It is. Shao gone down. Much more methodical in approach, and a missed shot for Koala Noob does get to safety. Hero tries to take almost a counter swing and invests the ult.
Actually, a push coming on towards backside here. Safe has found a third. Koala Noob, last one standing here. Operator in hand and a 1v4.
He got some magic. This would be unreal if he even went for it, it feels like. Yeah.
We were teased initially there.
Yeah, there was a little moment. But look, Vitality, as much as we've been kind of on their case a bit here, and I think rightly so, in complimentary mostly towards Navi, we're looking at Vitality now. They've found a rhythm that's working. We've found like that they've got the paces in place. I like the uses of the ult. I like the combination with Kicks' information. There's a lot of key things going right for them now.
See them build upon that success as well. To give them the lead here. Considering how one-sided map 1 felt.
Yeah.
Vitality licking their wounds, but at least still in this one.
I feel there were moments where that could have turned around. With the ults in play, even have the Killjoy ult, feeling like they could have played off sight.
Yeah, sorry, I just caught maybe
Go ahead.
Shao catching a tag there, being slowed ever so slightly. Again, not many options for him in terms of getting out of that one.
Very, offside or nothing,
very
really.
impressive ultimate to be invested in that area. But yeah, 3 on the bounce now, Vitality. Operator.
Koala Noob operator. That's a nice little battle. Historically one of the best to do it, especially here. Remember, he heard these jump spots not too long ago, and you can see him preparing for it. Whoa, that's a tag!
Yeah. Down to 46 HP.
Lovely implementation of the information he got earlier, but Angel having to respect this, though he can't stick around too long. Can't be taken on 5 here, but look at the damage!
Wait.
Was that a second?
Is that Angel or is it Koala Noob?
I'm not too sure, but Koala Noob feels it, and Durka delivers the one that matters to the brain. Not going to be walking away from that now. You've got to know Angel was near to this too.
Definitely now. Hero has come across as well to try and provide some support.
Spectating Angel just feels like a roller coaster. The observers know it too.
Yeah. He's about to pop off here.
30 seconds left.
Let's watch.
Yeah, I am. And so with Vitality, actually, fully aware, paused, poised, and waiting. The chip damage is in though, so don't think it. I mean, it shouldn't happen. Durka, even on 27, still has the operator, so very hard for them to try and negate that. Okay, that's one way to do it. Util for the post is around. Nice flash, nice swing. Hero and Ruxic would need to get a bit of a wiggle on here, Mike, and they've already got that reinvestment towards yellow that it looks like Navi are completely unawares of. Lovely work in the post from Vitality.
7-5 on the half. You've got to feel pretty good considering some of those early losses that Vitality suffered. Dirk is starting to come online a little bit. Can find some value here, but we'll have to see if that does continue into the second half, Lauren.
7-5. Vitality in the lead here. Those last 4 rounds, Mike, feels like they found an answer to their woes. It was looking rough at the start. Navi having the answers and looking prepared, but it did start to fall short.
So the big question, can they carry across from that recovery basically in the first half? We'll see 4 unanswered rounds that Navi found earlier on. Vitality able to mimic. Yeah, the questions now arise around, well, we'll come back to the composition for sure. Navi, plenty of options here on the attack. So Koala Noob heating up. Well, he can actually go toe-to-toe once again with Durka.
Here.
Early info in the back of the knife here from Kicks. Durka not noted.
That's huge. They've lost out in less, and that's not clean.
Well,
wait.
Durka noted, actually.
Placing alarm bot.
I don't know how Les fell so early on. Zivov's caught Hero trying to lurk up from B, but I'm a little surprised at this, and this should be good info. That's at least 1 player spotted. I don't think they got the second on that. Maybe not spotting Kicks out on top of 410, but they're going back around.
Yeah, on the back of that, Navi feeling like they're going to have some sort of breathing room towards A. So he Kicks. Won't find any info off the knife, but I don't think they're going to be expecting him here. Got to be coordinated on the way in here, Lauren.
Yeah, if it gets divided, it's so easy to pick them apart, and there it is. Great trade, though. Yeah, really good from Ruxic. Now, they might be a bit wary of Safe because they saw him earlier on the drone, but yeah, hence this little layer of extra caution coming, but we note it. Safe playing off site, looking like a denial on the spike plant. 25 seconds now to play with. Gonna have to get back to business on that. Still got the drone for Safe here, to maybe give some pathing in for Zivov, but looks like Zivov's already ahead of it. He's just fancying a biff. And Ruxic just better with it right now. And Safe has been caught off. Navi hitting everything. It felt like it was kind of won and lost at that start there, Mike.
Yeah, it did. I'd be curious to see actually how that engagement happened over toward B main. Because Hero, I mean, gets the kill exactly at the same time that Durka fell.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he was tucked into a weird corner here. Less just too many angles to clear, but again, the fact that I'm not sure if somebody spotted Durka before that, but he's hard cleared in that position.
I'm trying to roll my mind back to the Heretics game. I don't think he was playing to Nest. Ah, a different animal.
Well, so Navi have obviously heard the Vitality comms from across the stage.
But again, trying to think of the game against Heretics, I mean, yeah, Durka was up towards Pipes, he was up on Bell, he was pushing towards Nest, so maybe something they're just trying to keep
yeah, it could be one of those
mind.
almost freak accidents.
Yeah.
Or freak occurrences. Much like this stack towards B. Not going to be sussed out just yet, and no information garnered towards A either, so it won't necessarily be the catalyst for Navi moving forwards.
Do you think that Koala Noob was more like a goat or a dolphin? Yeah.
Say probably a bit more goatee.
Goatee.
Yeah.
Careful how you say that.
Why? What makes you say that?
Got to be clear on our
get
pronunciation.
I don't get the reference.
No.
Wingman's gonna plant spike.
Plant in.
Nobody here.
Oh, good. I think they're stacking, guys.
Yeah. Still walking guys down on it, just in case.
Mike's losing it. Oh, it's over.
Just in case.
Oh, Angel's got the gun. Here we go. Here we go. Another Angel perhaps. Oh. Lothar, give me the tweet. Lothar, give me the tweet. Lothar, give me the tweet. Big clap for that.
Yeah, big clap. Round of applause.
We love that.
For the question marks in chat once again.
Oh,
we're blessed. We're blessed with another instance.
Haven't had that in a minute.
No. Well, obviously what's happening here.
Tell me about it.
Funnel across the ult orbs towards their teammate. Clearly. One muted laugh there in the background of that clip, by the way. Ha ha ha. Safe. One away now.
No. Really taking the molly yourself to heart. Oh! Safe, wakey, wakey. Oh, daring kicks. Oh, this is an awful round to witness. Durka trying to make up for it, but bloomin' heck. Safe after being caught asleep with a wheel tries to swing into Hero, and it's gone nowhere. How many 2v1s, 4v1s are they gonna get?
Rough on the way back in here. And they're not going to go for it. Just a Kelsa freeze. Do they have anything to kill themselves with this time? Oh, Seavoff's got a molly.
Well, get to business.
Yeah. Good.
Observer's like, well, get on, Seavoff. They've given us something to look at. I don't think he's going for it.
No.
No mollying yourself this round.
Yeah, seemingly pretty easy on the way in for Navi. Weird engagement here from Safe and Hero, I believe. I'm not sure if that's just because they're up so quickly and there's no sound cue for Safe, but lucky not to lose his life. But it's kicks to fall on the back of that.
Yeah.
That opens the site up.
I want to watch this one back, actually. Yeah, there it is. Just awkward timing, but yeah, it's kicks then. He's just like, oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, and I think Navi probably thinking, yeah, we've done serious damage to Safe there as well, which is why they pick up the pace.
Oh my god. No. Well done, guys. Focus, guys.
No.
Focus, yeah.
Guys,
focus, please.
No laughter. Animals
Stop
only.
laugh. Play only.
Oh, well, well, well. Durka, Seavoff with the 2 here. Oh my god, and Koala Noob's not
Durka noted.
Durka, and he's not decided to steal Koala Noob. He tried to go around the back, and Angel just sat there waiting with open arms, and that's one of the rifles gone. Near on unrecoverable, and Safe's gotta get out of there, leaving Kicks alone. Look at Seavoff to be the one to try and change the outcome here, because as it stands, it looks like Boaster has broken the brains of Vitality, broken the hearts potentially, I don't know. But they've never looked the same since. Seavoff, put on the cape and do something heroic if you fancy to try and change this.
Looking towards Seavoff to find the value, but Safe falls very early on. And just financial damage potentially here for him, but grand scheme of things, necessarily a positive to build upon Koala Noob to seal the deal on the 9th round here for Navi. A Hero rifle invested, but nothing garnered.
This is it. Oh, just caught him dropping down. And it feels like the confidence is now just rolling for Navi, right? Yeah. Like, they're gonna need a like I don't even say a hero round, but they need a confidence round for Vitality because they're just being overrun. They don't seem to have the plan on this A site. The aggression's not working. They've been caught towards 410. What are you meant to do at this point?
Concern being there's not many rounds left to play with. This purchase is going to take up the lion's share of the bankroll. Again, some of these key ultimates you look towards aren't available here. I mean, no pit, no lockdown, no command, still 3 away. Safe a million miles away from his. It's rough to be staring down potentially double digits for Navi, who also are flush with cash.
And normally, I'd say if I'm looking at a team like this, Durka going on the operator could be enough to change it. I haven't seen that being the case in a couple of games now. Not enough that it completely makes me think, oh, he's done for here. No, it just feels like I think everyone's learned how Durka likes to play this, and also he was played in a lot differently back in those days. Now a little bit more on his own. And it wouldn't be the first time if he hops up towards Gen that he's played from this as well. I think I vaguely remember Miniboo actually just backhanding him off it, but Navi looking to opt to go the other way. Now the knife could be very well rewarded here. But Kicks, does he have a way out? No, because he goes forward. Oh my god.
How early. Look how deep they are and how early it is.
Have they gone away with this? Yeah, Koala Noob gets outswung by less. But Rooksik gonna get checked on. Oh, the flash is nice. Safe's done well with Kicks here. to try and like catch him on the way through, but that split, how the hell did they get him away with that?
Being Durka, can't give up his life in mid here. Hero still.
It's a nuisance.
Trying to turn the tides here for Navi.
He's costing him time.
Just 4 HP.
Forced to fight, forced to fall. Kix is going to claim him. Now it becomes very indicative of this rotate towards A. Angel and Shao still got the wingman to pop towards side. Uh-oh.
That's a big kill.
There's a sniper around. Hello. Shao, you don't get another go at that
I was
hit.
gonna say, it's bold to swing back up there.
I want to see Vitality play this perfectly as well. I don't want to see silly mistakes.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, they need to maintain the finances as well. I want to see them lose potentially another rifle.
I know he's still on site, or at least likely to be close here. It's a hard spot to get more than one from. He's hearing them closer and closer. He knows that his time is soon. 3 of them pathing towards backside, though. The time's running pretty low. Wait, there's no way this happens, right? There's no way this happens, right? That was insanely close. But luckily they have the numbers and Vitality simply play to it, but they lose some of those weapons there.
Thank God for that. There's a world where maybe a little cleaner on the first hit. Shao can maybe reset from that, but heroic nonetheless. A crucial kill by Les. So like I said, Navi were just, I mean, it was straight up the guts. They're up there so early. Relies on a response from Les to shut things down. Not out of the woods just yet, though. 9-8 the scoreline. A sigh of relief from Vitality.
Oh yeah! Monster on the
Ooh, Zero.
Another mid piece.
He's dead here. He can't stand and fight that, and it looks like maybe that little bit of a gap in the armor that Navi found before, they want to exploit again, but Angel trying to make it through the mayhem. Flash in for kicks. This is a lot on your own, but Les apparently finding Hero is going to help out here. And it's now going to be just an absolute blender. Bodies being dropped. Les still holding on. Durka comes into the mix, leaving just Koala Noob alive. A 1v2 though.
I was going to say, is he in range there? But nobody from Vitality reacting. Yeah, but they've given up the spike.
Which I'm quite surprised by. Not even staying close to
Yeah, looking to, I guess, really run the clock down here. Build that paranoia for Koala Noob, but this is getting weird. They're re-wrapping towards B, expecting him to pick up the spike and head straight there. Koala Noob almost trailing. Again, the fake smoke not going to account to much.
It might make him think he's still towards kitchen or CT at
Yeah.
most, but it buys him enough time for a plant here. They won't be able to get there back in time.
Still got the paranoia. By the time Vitality get over, he should be close to the second smoke as well.
Wow,
Winnable.
Good. He's been
Cover going out.
been really good. I like this. It's cheeky. Vitality expect it. Maybe imagining a more
Because you've got to assume Vitality are going to
standardized-
swing left out that smoke.
You'd think so. Who's got the keys to the castle now? The smoke's going back in. The time feeling indicative now. He's getting paranoid of his own positioning, but he's got to feel it. He's got to hear it now.
That's rough.
That's unlucky here, but the paranoia going to come in. Does it catch Les? I don't think it does. And the spray not good enough. A lovely attempt for Vitality. I quite like that they just kind of grouped together and went for the walk, right? Let him try and stew in that timing. And they brought it back to all even.
Koala Noob, unfortunately. Again, no information, can't put an open plant down, so it's the smoke from Durka that really makes things difficult for him. Navi to pump the brakes a little bit with a timeout here. And still looking fairly comfortable in terms of the funds. Vitality now
Good job, boys.
converted the second response here. I was saying a couple of rounds ago, now they're actually back into a fairly comfortable position in terms of this ult cycle. Again, it's only Kix who has his online, but 2 away from the lockdown, 2 away from the Blade Storm, and just 1 respectively. Both safe and less. So yeah, at this point now to tie things up, you've got to feel as if Vitality are back in control.
tentative steps towards it, right? It feels
I
like
don't feel confident saying that,
No,
but
no.
it leans that way for sure.
It does. I feel like they've got something building for them. I want to see consistency, though. It does feel very, very new still, right? Winning that little 2v1. Shao almost denying a 1v4, it felt like. There were a couple of moments there that got quite close. Now, the operator's still in for Durka. Kick's doing well. Let's do. Everyone's kind of, you know, starting to deliver a bit more. Safe, starting to have a bit more presence. What do we see Navi try and do on the way back here? Because they're the ones who had the timeout. They have to now adjust back accordingly.
Shadows traveling.
Maybe. A bit of a pace change towards B going to be the answer. Shao able to get that off ahead of the knife. Is just a probe initially. Wanlu trying to fake with the TP actually.
Toxin screen down.
It's an Navi maybe trying to force Vitality into the guessing game.
And they don't have the same tools to try and clear Durka off this angle.
I mean, Rooksek's dead here.
Right? Okay, I do like this. Yeah, there we go. Gonna be forced away now. Nice diligence, actually, from Navi to still go through that protocol list, but it's still Durka.
Here.
And I think that he might believe that was the spike up there for a second. I'm not sure, but as it stands, swing together, and it's a miss. The timing a little off here. Durka got to live a second too long for their liking. But they still have to go towards the site, and there's still problems. There's still time to be bought with the flash from Kicks, but he doesn't see behind him. And coming out of the flash is Angel, but it's all Angel! You're not getting a 1v2 on this. No, you're not. Sivov there with less. And Vitality taking the lead.
It's the one that basically rips away the finances that Navi had accrued. Still going to be a little behind this, but Durka's done so well to find two isolated members of Navi here. Buys enough time as well for the rotation to come through.
Nice! And save it, please, guys.
It's unfortunate Hero falls as early as he did. I said it looked like Ruxic was first up on the chopping block there, but a pause from Navi.
TP.
Committed to as well.
Let's check it, but Durka just then ran across. And the power is fantastic! This feels unforgivable! Maybe going a little too far, but it's still traded in on. Hero's there to keep Sivov down, so a 4v2 off the back of what felt like an outrageous TP.
Yeah, not respected, I guess. Durka drifting way out past yellow.
Because it looked like Les was trying to clear that.
Yeah. I guess Durka's eye is still trained towards maybe if it was a pinch on the back of the TP. I'm not sure of exactly the range there or how far back Koala Noob was, whether or not they think that they're out of range to hear the cancel or a number of different factors in play for sure. Koala Noob breaking the ankles of this B-site hold from Vitality.
If I'm going to be critical of Vitality when they get bailed out... Sorry, Angel. What year are we in? Rolling them back.
I feel bad about that.
But again, when I give we kind of give credit to either Durka or Kicks kind of securing rounds of Vitality individually, that one was off the back of Koala Noob and this TP here.
Yeah, and it's here that Les is off to the right of this, by the way. So, like I said, Durka, not sure on the situation with the dash either. Not feeling fully comfortable. I mean, it's rough here to just get popped ahead of the smoke bloom.
Brother, who you fighting, bro? What are you doing?
That's a sound clip right there. Oh, Vitality, though, nearly having all ults ready to go. This, I don't say it's a comfortable round, but it should be pretty solid for them. And what do they have to force Durka away? This time, showing versatility towards this B side, playing up on top of yellow.
Here.
Maybe a high dizzy coming through. Whoa! Now they know.
Yeah.
And they look to speed up on it. Oh, and he still gets one blind. I want that in slow-mo, but Angel is bringing death. I don't understand it. It feels like we've gone into a different timeline today.
Some kind of alternate universe.
It makes no sense, Michael. We do have the lockdown in place, so Navi opting to play very close towards sight on this. Evov ready to invest if he has to. Koalanoob and Ruxic waiting on this smoke walk. If Safe tries to go for it, he'll be dead. Yeah, he absolutely is, but the numbers so hard to overcome. Navi finding the answers.
A beautiful set piece, and even with Durka finding a freebie here, completely blind, and I believe through the wall.
Who do you think you're fighting?
But again, look at where Les and Durka have to retreat to. It's just littered with utility.
What the hell?
You see what they fall into, the snake bites here.
Yeah.
In follow-up utility as well.
Nice, boys. This was important. Nice.
Yeah, very important round. You can see here the knock-on effect here towards the finances for Vitality. We credit the ultimates. We're barely having a chance to invest them here. Okay.
That's not bad.
I got the spike.
Don't think they can police that weapon either, no. Hero probably feeling as if, I'm not sure actually if we can check in. It looked like he did go towards throwing it off the map. I don't know if it is still there, we'll have to wait and see, but nobody retrieving it just yet. Yeah, it is thrown off, yeah.
Thank you, observers, cuties. Locked down in though, noted that in the previous round, didn't have the opportunity, but Kick's gonna find Koalanoob trying to get up to his naughtiness.
So brazen.
Still far. Pause for thought now, having to respect the ults in play, but Vitality putting quite a lot of those eggs in that A basket, and only Angel going to be noted on the knife.
So not too telling, but it's kept 4 members of Vitality committed towards A site, feeling comfortable about the retake potentially, but without the lockdown now, are you?
30 seconds left.
Get a little bit more squirrely, doesn't it? Angel still showing presence here, but no one else is helping unless his eyes turn to middle. Slow and steady, Navi getting it right here. Les forced to be a bit more passive, can't take the risk here. Can't. I think it's in, yeah, just ahead of the snakebite coming down. Les is still on site and Navi playing up, playing ahead. Still hitting a banger though. A 2v4. Hero does have the lockdown, but this is going to ask for a lot here. This could be big. Shao, can you help him in this matter, though? Safe does have his util too, though. So you can see those flying through to deny it. So Shao now has to play forward. Horn kicks, lovely. But now Hero, you up to the namesake. The Molly's not in play yet and not going to get away. Vitality right back up in this. 11-11. Not sure who's making a wish now.
Just the 2 rifles. There's less to open things up, create an advantage here for Vitality, and they absolutely follow through. Oh, wait, I didn't catch that actually. Koalanoob actually still casting a second smoke there. Yeah, you can see it. Kicks just
There's a man.
walks inside it.
Okay. Do we have a game on our hands? I don't know. I think we do. I think we've had a game on our hands for some time, actually. Ruxic still got the ult. Didn't really get much of an opportunity here to invest. Obviously, they get into that post plant. Could be lovely for themselves. Lockdown one away for Kicks. Les has his own. Dirk has got his locked in too. So the ult cycle sitting very favorably to their side.
Angel to try and sniff anything out close on A site. That's where though, Koalanoob's the one to be rewarded.
Oh, come on!
A cheeky response, and Ruxic will fall.
That's wild that he gets that, just on the fadeaway almost.
And the fact it's not Koalanoob.
See Navi now looking a little worse for wear on the way back in. Can you believe it? Towards A.
Bit invested here.
All missiles away.
See what Navi's plan is to deal with that. It's Angel.
Go and fight him. Go on, Angel. Have a 1v1 in the Viper's pit. And it works. And now we're in the post plant. Angel one away from his ult, one away from Shao's. Durka, Sivov, and Safe having to work this out as they go. Ult invested from Durka. They want to come in all guns a-blazing, but Shao in the right place and perfectly at the right time. Position hard to clear here, forcing their hands. And Durka! Oh, begging on his knees for a way out of that one. Navi up to 12.
Heartbreak for Vitality to be forced into a position like that. But Navi just looking so clutch today in a number of different scenarios. Angel.
Wins those.
What? Well, they've been feeding him today.
Don't know. One more opportunity here for Vitality. A lot on the line between these two. Tied up with those 2 wins, 2 losses. You'd have thought this would have gone differently. Durka now forced to fall.
No shield either. Operator invested less down on the Sheriff, made it work previously. Be called upon once again. Rooksick looking to try and dig him out of this position. Safe. Think spotting anything there.
Angel's on the operator, Mike. I just want to make sure
If Angel diffs Durka here with an op,
I won't be on.
There's.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
It felt like it could have happened, and Shao is trying to send something into motion here. Don't know if he caught Durka on that. No, he didn't. But he's forced to respect it. Kwanu picking. Whoa. That bullet flew by. Trying to fight forward. They've got him on the ropes here. Navi. Oh, my word. Vitality down to 3. The buy still broken. Sivov trying to give him something. The Viper's Pit in play gives Kicks an opportunity, and he's been caught as well. Less than Sivov with it all to do. A tap on the spike, and now just less alive. Oh, it's brutal to witness, as it looks like Vitality will be heading towards the lower bracket. Navi, what an upswing in performance, Mike.
Really, really impressed. Like I said, you come into this series basically feeling like you want to see some of these mistakes being addressed and notable improvements. I guess that question certainly answered on one side of the stage today.
Wow. I've got to say for me as well, Koala Noob and Rooksick, what a performance. Map
Was
1.
Ridiculous. Was it 9-0 he was in opening engagements?
Yeah, I think so, something like that. Absolutely brilliant from them. Seeing them have a massive performance, but it was also that bringing out of Icebox with that M80 style comp there, looking pretty solid.
Which I guess that kind of attributes towards Koala's comfort here to go forwards, be aggressive, and ultimately be the deciding factor in a lot of these rounds.
Angel having a big series too. Everyone did. I'm really impressed with some of this shake-up from Navi, and they waited till the...
Much needed.
Yeah, it was the 11th hour.
Yeah, let's be honest, much needed.